Very dark on that one. Perfect. Isn't it?
No.
No.
I'm right in the corner. Well, not on Instagram, not on Facebook. I'm tucked away.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Angles.
Yeah.
That's the only explanation.
What about these angles?
I miss the tripod.
You miss it?
I like that.
For which one?
Either one.
Do you not think it works right now? But then you have to stay up, is it? Sit back and we'll try it. Well, you're kind of alright for Instagram. They kind of not for this. We put it in the tripod? Yeah. And you just dive in?
Oh yeah. Something to monitor.
Oh, the chwa?
Warning. The podcast you're about to listen to may contain some bad language
and some content that may not be suitable for children.
Listener discretion is advised.
Don't know if that got picked up.
Oh, that was a particularly quiet one.
I didn't get much of it.
Oh, nice. There we go.
That's sort of. I'm about to hurt myself.
I had like, you remember when you came in and I
Oh,
gave
yeah.
you that high five and then we were both like, that was actually quite sore.
Yeah.
When I went over to pick up the toast, a little bit of my finger was like numb. Like I'd been playing the guitar or I got a carpet burn. It was like,
strange.
the impact actually gave me a little bit of a fucked up finger. Like it's gone now, I just have a normal finger again.
Because I felt the exact same thing. Wow. I felt that, like, generally...
It's that whipping... Yeah.
We were high-fiving. When was... Like, we did... What day did we do loads of high-fives? Like, we did, like, 5 high-fives. Just, like, remember...
Must have been the 5th of the 5th.
Was it
the 5th?
Was it Halloween weekend? Anyway, do you remember we did loads of them on the trot and you were telling me that,
No.
like, how you aim for the elbow and all that
Oh,
shit?
yeah.
Like,
yeah, so look at the elbow. No, but...
yeah, when you're high-fiving, for those of you...
Look at your elbow.
For those of you who have problems with high-fives, the key... Jamie fucking blew my mind with this shit, as he did the first time he told me, in fairness. When you're doing a high-five, you aim for the person's elbow and you'll always hit their hand. Or you'll...
You just look at the elbow. And it always sounds perfect.
See, doesn't that sound so good? Anyway, that one wasn't even sore.
No,
but the one where you get the high five
that
at
was
the door,
different.
it was actually fucking really painful for some reason.
Because you came in and I think you went to give me like a shake or something, or like a handshake, but then your hand went down a little bit and I went up like this.
It was my fingers just completely flopped back.
Oh Jesus! So welcome. Oh, I need to tuck into my lunch.
Oh yeah, that will go cold.
We're under that's what I'm eating today. Some sort of a pasta, egg, veggie based thing.
Oh, there's pasta in it?
Yeah.
Where's the pasta?
That's pasta there. Look.
That just looks like egg to me.
Well, you see, it's a mixture.
This is mango salted.
No. Oh. One of the nuts might be though. Maybe the cashew.
This mango looks salted, Jamie.
Sugared. Maybe sugared. Oh, gross. That'd be really weird if they...
Oh no, it's salted.
Really?
Yeah.
To bring out the sugars.
I imagine that's the desired effect. I'm not a fan.
I'll do my best.
But I've licked this one, so I can't go back now.
Eat it.
I will.
I know. Like, mangoes are good for you. They're very good. We were just talking about it downstairs. Very good for your brain. I don't know, at that level, when they're dried and then covered in fucking sugar and salt, they're already sweet enough. What's the point? They're so sweet.
Yeah.
Please excuse the fact that I'm eating my breakfast / lunch right now.
Don't
excuse me.
No, don't excuse him, and you don't apologise. You're only eating the food.
I know, but it doesn't...
what you're doing and what I'm doing.
It's not... this is going to probably take a bit longer, and it's going to be...
Why did you not get a spoon?
Usually I would. I just felt like a fork.
That to me is spoon food.
Yeah. A lot of my kind of edibles are spoonish.
Hello, somebody on Facebook. Hello,
Welcome.
anonymous Facebook user. Anonymous Facebook watcher.
One of these days, we'll know who's watching us. So what do you think of the fro? Am I
It's
getting
looking
it?
good. It's looking full.
Yeah.
It's really starting to come out on the sides.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
man.
starting to kind of shine through with that throwiness.
The best I've had it in a while was the Halloween at Mick's house, where we both played like Starsky and Hutch kind of characters. So Mick got like a very swoopy kind of thing, and he had the handlebars, and then I got this fake little moustache, and I brushed out my afro. This could have been before I knew you. I'm not too sure.
Was Aaron Collins at that one? Dressed
Yeah.
pretty similar. That was, I think, the first one.
He was like a pimp or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a big like a meerkat fucking suit. And
Yeah. Sorry. So, any news? We didn't do a Monday's episode this week.
It's been a week.
Busy. I know.
How's your week been?
Non-eventful.
Yeah. Later is.
Oh, I'm busy tonight, yeah.
Yeah. That's a
and
good day.
I've gotten up to some shit. Like, I've had a somewhat busy week, but nothing interesting. You know, nothing that the people are going to want to hear. Nothing.
Why not? Tell me. It's just you and I.
Cycled in and out of town.
Why?
I had a meeting.
A meeting? That doesn't sound uneventful.
I'm not getting into it.
Okay. It's a good week.
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
A very positive one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is such a vague episode.
I know, yeah. And we were so pumped. Like, I was ready. I had a super cold shower this morning. Like, yeah, like coldest in a long while. And the only difference is the water just must have been colder today or something.
Did you turn on the immersion?
Oh, I always do. We have an electric shower, so I don't know if it matters as much with immersion. But as if you've been listening to us for a long time, even since way before we even started any of this live shit, we got into Wim Hof fucking eons. It was actually probably about a year ago now, I'd say.
I think more.
It was still, we were in Steambox at the time.
I mean, I definitely saw his documentary like 2 years ago, maybe 3. Thought he was an interesting guy, breaking all these records, and then he had that TEDx talk. But he didn't actually start doing like social media stuff and really pumping out his like message and his concept until like I think about a year and a half ago.
Right. Okay.
Or maybe 2 years ago still. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that next Wednesday if you're free.
Wim Hof?
Thinking of going to the sea.
Oh yeah, count me in. Yeah, count me in.
It's gonna be fucking cold.
Yeah. I'm way more used to it now though.
Yeah.
Today was fucking
But
freezing.
you've been good from the start.
Yes.
Mentally, it was a weird thing for you. Like most people, whenever I tell them, hey, why don't you try this? They're like, you're a crazy person.
As I am with everything though, as I am sceptical generally with
Which is
anything
good.
is
You shouldn't just accept something because some ginger haloed fro tells you to do it, you know what I mean? That's a good, put that.
Ginger halo fro, yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to
That's
ginger.
a copyright thing, man. You should
Yeah,
get
I
that
think so.
copyright.
Gonna put that on the t-shirt.
I was at the start, but
Yeah.
bear in mind I was injured at the time, so I had a kind of extra incentive for it to be, for me to be doing it, like.
Yeah, but
So-
also, that could be even a reason why you would even further be against it. Because think about it, on some level you're a bit more fragile, mentally and physically, because you've been injured. You dealt with it the right way though, man. You
I had a good mindset with it, yeah.
Most people look at an injury or a fuck up in life as like being a victim. They're like, why me? Why is all this happening to me?
Yeah.
And I get it. I've been there often. But if you allow those moments...
Oh, I had a thought like that today.
If you allow those moments to be like just a break in a pattern.
Yeah.
And don't look at it as a bad thing, even though it is. I'm not saying lie to yourself. I'm just saying, reframe it and look at it as like this little gap, a little hiccup, a little...
Pause. Just a
pause.
Yeah.
And it might seem bad, but it's also a moment for you to look at everything and decide, do I want to keep doing this or do I want to try this? And you change your health, your mind, you got into cold water, and you were much better than me from the start, man. And there was the last few times we've done it together, I was terrible.
Yeah.
And looking back, I realised one of my key problems. I was too lean.
Too lean?
I was far too lean around that time. I was doing a lot of fasting, I wasn't eating enough calories, and my body slimmed down like fuck. And so when I was in that cold water and it started to panic and I needed to generate heat, it didn't have enough fat to burn. So next time we go into the water...
leaner than I was a year ago now.
So you might, you might find it even colder.
I found from the very first time I did it, I dove straight in head first. metaphorical if you want.
Mm.
But I dove straight in head first, and I didn't give my body a chance.
Where?
When we went to the first time I went to the 40 foot. I don't think you were with me the first time I went.
Me, you, Beans, wheeling.
No.
No?
Oh no, that was last summer. No, I'm talking about like
I
winter.
think that was the summer before last summer. Jesus, who knows?
Could have been. Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
But I need to get into the water next Wednesday if you're free.
Yeah, man, count me in.
Great.
Count me in.
Anyone else listening? Join us. I'm gonna see
Anyone
whoever
else
else
have
is
a pair
free.
of cojones? Cojones, testicles, balls, gusto,
No, anything.
will to do.
Vaginas, everything come.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Everything should come.
Metaphorical balls, but how?
Oh yeah.
How?
That's a phrase that doesn't really make sense.
Big balls.
No, and this isn't me trying to be like, girls are the best, right? But like, you know, we're like, oh, God, the ball's on him to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's such a pussy. Those things should be reversed, because it makes no sense. If you even flick someone in the balls, they are down. They are an extremely weak part of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a pussy, in brackets, vagina, is sometimes
if you call
torn
someone a
apart,
pussy,
given life.
yeah.
You know, it goes through hell, and it survives. And you just do like a little, sometimes even you just kind of, just like scrape past the balls, and you're like, oh, I feel that in my gut. Oh my God, I can't do shit for what. So those metaphors make no sense. I know I'm being too.
You're thinking of it in a very physical sense.
I do that
like
though.
a very physical.
I do that with statements because I don't understand their origin. If to me they don't make any fucking. You've got to have balls to do that. You're such a pussy. You can't do that. They're like they should be the opposite. It makes no sense to me. Again, from a very literal sense.
But you just can't call someone a pair of balls. Like you can call someone a pussy for not having good, like whatever word you want to call it, like bravery or whatever fucking word you want to put in it. But you can't just call someone a pair of balls. Someone has a pair of balls.
I'm not saying it should be the opposite, like you should call the opposite. I'm just saying, in its meaning, it should be the opposite, because it makes no sense.
The way they're used should be reversed, I suppose, yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, so dive in head first. That's the best way of doing it, man. I think we said it recently. I found it myself that when you walk in and you go feet first, it's way worse. Like, way worse. I know it's more of a shock to jump in head first, but when you do...
But you're right, because then you've got that momentum and you just keep swimming. You're like, I'm just moving, nothing's happening. My body isn't, like, dying. Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
I found the... I think I dove in head first twice and didn't have big enough balls the other few times. I went in feet first and I against better judgment.
In the 40 foot?
Looking back on it, yeah.
See, I don't like the idea of diving head first at 40 foot.
Oh, well, I don't mean fucking I don't mean straight, like just... I don't mean diving in off something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I mean just kind of diving into it with your head first as opposed to just walking in.
Oh, you went down the steps and dived head first?
No.
You dived head first off the 40 foot?
No, that's what I'm saying.
No?
I didn't jump off a thing and enter the water going straight down.
So what did you do?
And just kind of dove in, like.
From where?
From a standing position. So it wasn't like
40 foot? Where were you?
The beach part. Sorry, the beach.
Oh,
part
okay, from around the corner at the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so your first time you were at the beach.
Like a run and dive into.
And you kind of.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's caught, and then dived into.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is the best. If you slow down, your thoughts come into it. Now you're like, ooh, that's cold. It gets the ankles. That's cold. It gets the knees, and then all of a sudden your balls are trying to crawl up your neck.
At that point, they're already in it. Like as soon as your feet go in, they're like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
they're behind you. Your balls are behind you, just waiting on the sand. Get back.
Wrapped in a little towel.
That's kind of cute.
Your dick still attached to your body, just like bastards. Yeah, so dive in head first. But yeah, with the injury,
should we make an animation called Dick and Balls?
Dick and Balls. Yeah.
Should who's? Yeah.
Is this 3 characters or 2? Or like the balls 1 character?
I think the balls are like twins that are attached to each other.
Like Siamese twins.
And they're like a little bit different. The one that hangs a little lower is like a little bit looser. You know, he's like, hey, whatever.
White man.
Yeah, he rolls around. He kind of tries to go the other way, and the other one's a bit of like a stiff one. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
No pun intended.
Yeah, you can do it that way, I suppose. Makes for an interesting animation anyway, that's for
My only animation ideas all involve severed body parts, I've realised.
Really?
Well, yeah, because Dick and Balls actually, although I'm joking, seems like a really good animation in my head. Like a really stupid Comedy Central or whatever, I don't know, one of these...
Adult Swim type
Yeah, thank you,
okay.
that's much better. And my other one that I actually fully believed in before was called... Head and Body? No.
Head and Body.
Yeah. Head and Shoulders. It was called Head and Shoulders.
Okay.
But it was about this head and this body
Right.
that were not attached. And I feel like I've definitely seen this before in a show, but I'm taking this all the way to them being the main character of a show. The head's this, like, you know, I'm over here, motherfucker, you know, crazy, angry little rolling head all over the place. And the body's like the likeable, things always work out from, doesn't say anything. Women are like, oh, your shoulders are really broad. You know, like, I like the way you just listen. It's like you can't talk because he has no head. So yeah, I think I must have an issue, man. I've got a real fucked up concept.
I think you need to broaden your horizons.
Yeah. Like an animation about it.
A dog and a cat.
I was going to say a shoe and a coin.
Oh, shit. That'd be good.
Mm.
Do you want some more?
I love water.
I got the lemon though.
Yeah. It's alright, you're the guest. There you go. Yeah, so send us your animation ideas and we will make them.
Do you know who has a really good animation actually?
No.
Really good animation and a really good song to go with it. Do you want to guess?
Bill Burr.
No.
Have you seen that?
Did you hear apparently Louis C.K.'s been accused of a lot of sexual things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally true.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Very strange. Were we not talking about this?
We said Kevin Spacey on the last episode.
Oh no, yeah, and that was
the last two episodes, but
yeah, that was verified, and we were talking about everything to do with that. But Louis C.K. for a few years, it's been said that like apparently he wanked in front of
what?
Some comedians, like female comedians, or asked them could he wank in front of them or something like that backstage or something weird like that. And I was like, that does not sound like him. There's no way he did that. And then it officially came out there about a week ago, and he's got like 5 things in the work that have been completely scrapped because of it. Netflix and all this other stuff. But on 2 or 3 occasions, he took out his penis and masturbated in front of women.
Jesus Christ.
And at one point on set went up to a woman and said, could he do it backstage? She was like, hey, do you want to see me masturbate backstage, you know? And she was like, no, you're married, you've kids, what are you doing? And he's like, oh my god, you're right, I'm so sorry, I've issues.
What?
And walked away. I know Louis C.K. has a bit of a dark mind, right? That's some of the best thing about his humour was making people almost laugh out of shock, right?
Yeah.
And he would say some controversial things, but I loved that he always seemed to have a really good heart, and he always seemed to bring it back to a very logical place. And his show, Louis, is like still one of the most honest things I think I've ever seen.
But I'm not gonna want to watch that now, knowing that he's up to all this shit in his real life.
I mean, I've already seen it, so I still value that I saw it, because I just think, and I don't know, man. In his letter, it was actually a really, I mean, some people say it wasn't good, but compared to all the other shit that's coming out.
How long ago was all of this shit going on, like?
When did he do it? Or
when did it come to be common knowledge?
It was kind of said for a while.
Okay.
Like, it officially came out.
A Kevin Spacey type thing where it's like someone has come out and said, Lucy K did this to me, and then there was an opening of the floodgates, or is it just kind of everyone's just kind of known about the fuck?
I think it was kind of said, but it wasn't really given that much attention. And then now, because of everything that's coming out, I think those women maybe said it again and had a bit more attention this time. And, you know, they were working for him at the time. They were comedians.
Yeah.
They looked up to him, and so they just found it a very... You know, in one way it's funny, like, he didn't do anything to them, right? But in another way, and he did ask, but at the same time, if you can imagine...
Not all the time, though, as you've said it to me, he didn't ask every time.
No, he did.
He asked them every time?
Yeah, each time he did it, he would ask them and then take out his penis. But it wasn't like...
But surely they would have said no every time.
Even if they... I don't think they did. And I don't think they said yeah, either. I think they were stunned by the question, maybe a bit shocked, maybe... But, like, in his letter, he put it in a very well put way. He said, I abused my power, which is completely true. He said, for years, I wasn't used to having this power. I was a nobody in the comedy business for 20, 30 years. I got used to this power and I took advantage over it. And after 10 years, I found myself doing things that I don't really connect with. I'm very sorry to these girls that I look up to and that look up to me. And I mean, it was a pretty good apology in one way, but yeah, man, it's messed up.
They're always good apologies when people know already, though.
When people know already?
Well, like, after it's come out that this fella did X, Y, Z or whatever, especially when you're famous, no, this is what I'm looking for.
Oh, it's this one, yeah. Well, I don't know, Kevin Spacey's apology was terrible.
It was bullshit, yeah, it was so bullshit.
At first I was kind of like trying to understand his point of view, and then obviously everything came out, and then obviously like people are pointing out that he was almost using
being gay as a thing. Yeah, let's fucking get away from this fucking
we talked about this last week. If you want to hear like a really dissecting part of all that,
some sort of deconstruction on the whole sexual assault.
It's like the last half an hour of the last episode.
Yes. Yeah, the next episode, if you're going backwards, stick with it for the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes are kind of quiet. Like, Tupac or Biggie? Who do you think is better? Tupac, Biggie.
So I'm going to say this.
No, it's
people say the Beatles or the Beach Boys, right? Don't they? They do, yeah. Same time, they were competing against each other.
Wow.
Yeah, their albums almost influence each other and push each other further. I would say the Beatles because I've explored the Beatles, but the Beach Boys, every now and then they come on and I'm like, oh my god, this is such a tune. And I know in particular what album it's coming from, because that was the album where they were like, okay, the Beatles brought out this, we can do better than this, and they fucking up their game like nuts. Tupac and Biggie, I've heard more Tupac, but I know Biggie's great, so I can't say it because I haven't explored him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Biggie Smalls has far less work.
Oh really?
Yeah, Biggie Smalls only really had 2 albums. He had Ready to Die and Life After Death. Tupac had fucking, man, 1 million? I think Tupac has 1 million albums.
No.
I think Tupac has 1 million albums.
Honestly though, like 20?
Oh, fuck loads, man. I don't know, like, honestly.
50?
I don't have them all.
But how much do you think he has? What's his discography?
Put it like this, there was a phase when he was with, not Aftermath, whatever fucking Suge Knight's label was called back in the day. Death Row. When he was on Death Row, he was just recording all the fucking time. Yeah, it was Suge Knight's record.
I'm on Death Row.
Yeah, it was Death Row, yeah. Death Row Records. Anyway, so Dr. Dre was the house producer at the time. And Tupac just fucking recorded millions of songs. Like millions of songs for even like his eventuality that he would die. Like Tupac's an interesting dude, man. Like he said he knew, but he always said that he was gonna die soon. Like he always felt like his death was around the corner. In one of his songs it's even called Death's Around the Corner. He wrote songs to be released after he fucking died. Like there's one song called God Bless the Dead that he has, that he wrote about Biggie Smalls' death. But Tupac died before Biggie Smalls. Yeah, Tupac was shot first. Yeah. And then Biggie died second. But Tupac released, I think the name of the song, I'm nearly certain, is God Bless the Dead. He's like, this is dedicated to my friend Biggie Smalls. Or something like that, yeah. And it's fucking insane, man. It's like, yeah, really interesting. I think Biggie was more skilled as a rapper.
Were they mates at the time?
I don't think so.
Do you know what I mean? Like, is it us putting our filter on it, or were they actually mates at the time?
They started off like there's actually a song that they were both on together. Okay. There's a really famous picture of them where they're wearing like leather vests and there's little leather hats and shit. Like, it doesn't sound as ridiculous as it looked. They look kind of badass. Oh. Think Stone Cold would wear.
So should we?
And like black band.
Should we do that in the next episode?
Would not pull that off one single fucking bit.
What if I grow my afro out more?
They both weren't wearing the same clothes, but that type of style and it looked very thuggish, very cool. But they recorded a song together, and it was called Untouchables. I think it's called Untouchables, but Heavy D is like the featuring artist in there.
Heavy D?
No, it's called Let's Get It On by the Untouchables.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Heavy D was in the Untouchables. Very good song. I have it on my iPod, but I don't have it with me. I think Biggie was more skilled. But I think if you look at what they rapped about, Biggie chose to rap about sitting in fancy cars and having sex with prostitutes and doing drugs.
Okay.
What Tupac was rapping about was a little bit deeper.
Do
you know, Tupac had a better grasp on what his subject matter was.
And even from my small amount of knowledge of the two, lesser about Biggie, I can definitely tell that Tupac has some real deep stuff that even till today is very famous and will come on in pop culture, and you'll be like, oh, and you're just like thinking about something. At the Halloween festival I did with Martin Eastwood, where I was filming the big Fingless event, it was huge, man. Loads of people dressed up and all this, and loads of people went up on stage, and at one point they had like an open mic for like half an hour. Kids would go up, teenagers. Great. And this one kid went up, I can't remember what the hell he was dressed as. He came on after this guy, it was just ridiculously bad. This guy was definitely a fan of Lord, and he was purposely dancing like her.
Okay.
So basically just dancing like he was having a fit. When Lord does it, it just looks like she's feeling the music and doesn't know how to dance. And it's herself. It just looks natural. Like, Lord moves really weird, but she said herself she loves to dance, she just can't dance. So when she does it, it's like, it looks unique. And it looked like this guy was clearly trying to do that. Yeah. And he had like horns and he kept like touching his body. I don't know, it was very strange. but after him, this little kid came up and he did
Sting?
Yeah, but not the Sting version.
The Biggie Small, or the P Diddy version. He did the rapping, like?
He did the rapping of that.
Did he? It's kind of how would you know?
Yeah!
Okay, fuck. Fair play to him.
That was P Diddy. Yeah.
Fair play.
It was P Diddy.
Puff Daddy, as he was called at the time.
I know. Wow. I didn't know that was P Diddy.
Yeah, that's a man who's changed his name quite a few times.
Yeah. I think I was trying to make the point that was Tupac, and then the further I went down, I realised, it was to do with Tupac.
Yeah.
But that was a really good rap. And Biggie Smalls is...
Oh shit, that's going to make for a good tin hat section.
What?
What we're talking about at the moment. The deaths of Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We dive into it?
No, we don't have to do it now.
Oh.
Well, it depends on how much time you want to...
Forget about time, let's go with the flow. Okay.
I think government officials had Tupac and Biggie murdered.
Hey everyone, get your tinfoil hats, put them on.
Chink.
What's the music for the... It's racist. What's the
I was
music
thinking of the coin dropping onto the tin.
Oh, yeah. What's the noise for this section of the podcast?
Don't know. I'm thinking something... Yeah.
Kind of is that creepy or like...
No, that's more like a siren on the rocks luring me from my ship.
What's an eerie noise?
No, hold on, no. I'm thinking something like the Twilight Zone. Like, you know, like the... Maybe we can't just use that.
No, we
it's
can't,
the Twilight Zone song.
Oh shit, we have to pay some more money now.
Who fucking knows?
How about... What? What do you mean?
Hey! Hey! We'll have to come back to the song thing because we're going to get too derailed. You look like you're struggling with your egg salad.
No, I'm just taking my time.
I think if you had a spoon...
Is it smelly? Do you mind the smell of it?
I can't smell anything.
No? Good. So, you believe Tupac wasn't killed by Biggie Smalls, but rather the government because of what he was saying, and you also think that that's why he believed he was going to die young, because the stuff he was saying was provocative enough to open up the consciousness of society?
Yes. Yeah, that's a way better way than I would have said it, yeah.
No, I mean, I have these ideas, but like I said, I haven't watched any of the documentaries. I don't know enough about these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were... like, you can look at it as if it was a West Coast, East Coast rivalry thing, and yeah, there was a lot of shit that did go on between the two of them. Like, Tupac was in New York, and he was shot at... Like, he was actually shot in New York, and he didn't die. And he blamed Biggie Smalls for that. He said he had a hand in it, and he was convinced that Biggie Smalls had a hand in it, and Biggie Smalls claims that he didn't. So there was always a lot of shit between the two of them. Once that kind of happened, I think that was the turning point between the two of them. But I don't think they had each other killed, for fucking sure. And I don't think they were like, kill Biggie Smalls, please, or Biggie Smalls is like, I want Tupac dead. You know.
Okay.
I think there were other forces at play, and it's neither of those murders were ever solved.
Really?
Yeah, like Tupac was shot in Las Vegas. Tupac was sitting in a fucking car with Suge Knight on a junction in Las Vegas after a Mike Tyson fight. Do you know how many people would have been in Las Vegas in the mid-90s for a fucking Mike Tyson fight? Millions. More than fucking Tupac made songs. Like, so many people, like. And there's never been any witnesses, there was never any shit that came out, and both murders still to this day are unsolved. Are you fucking honestly telling me that the police are that bad at?
Why would the government kill Biggie Smalls?
I don't know. To make it look like black on black crime or something. I'm not sure. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I can't explain the reasoning behind it, but I think there's a lot of shit going on in America between white people and black people. I think the slavery and racism isn't as dead as people care to think it is.
Well, that was also a bit of time ago.
Well, this was in the mid-90s, but it's still happening in fucking America, all over America.
Do you think at that time in the mid-90s...
How conspiracy theorists do you want to get with this? Because we can go proper fucking into it. Like.
For me, I don't even know if I totally understand that label. Like, why do we need to label just being open to thinking about stuff? It doesn't mean that's our belief system.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I actually think the government killed these two singer-songwriters.
I think they did, man. I do think they did, because they were empowering a movement. They were empowering young black people in America, and the powers that be in America don't want black citizens to be in positions of power.
Okay.
They don't. And
they went to see who? What was he doing in LA?
No, he was in Las Vegas for a Mike
Tyson. Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. How come he wasn't?
I don't think fucking Superman could fly down from the sky now and take Mike Tyson in. I don't think you could put Mike Tyson in the middle of the fucking jungle.
I get your point.
Yeah.
And a lot of me veers towards that, and I see reasons why it could be correct. But obviously, to play devil's advocate, why would the government get rid of these two guys and not Mike Tyson? If the bigger thing was that Mike Tyson and even Muhammad Ali before him were inspiring young black...
Well, Muhammad Ali did.
What?
Muhammad Ali did come out and politically and was like, black people are being destroyed. Paraphrase, obviously, a lot of this is kind of paraphrase.
Oh, a lot. Quotes. There was some interview with him where he talked about the only reason he talked about was flashy things, and especially live on TV, was to influence young black people, to make them realise that you can have this too. Like, work hard, get your goals, and then have nice things. It wasn't that he actually cared that much about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And when you listen to him talk, he's a deep motherfucker. I don't think he gives
Muhammad Ali?
I don't think he cared about watches and shit like that.
No.
I don't think he was a pigeon.
He threw his Olympic gold medal away. He got rid of it, yeah.
See, he's unmaterialistic. He was just trying to make a point. But sorry, to play devil's advocate, why those two men and not these guys? Is it because they already had beef? Is it because of the gangster nature of their past?
Okay, so if you think
that it'd be easier to cover up, maybe?
You have professional sports, yeah? Professional sports mean you were paid to perform in an athletic manner.
Yeah. Be
it American football, be it whatever. You were essentially, and I know this might sound a bit extreme, but you are owned by somebody. You are, as you would be if you worked in the fucking Spar around the corner.
Yeah.
You are paid to work. If you were paying me to work for you and I was an Olympic weightlifter, let's say, and I came out and said, oh, ginger people are all fucking assholes, people with curly hair are all assholes.
What?
Yeah, see, that would be, you wouldn't like that. You'd fire me and I would no longer be able to make a living from that.
Jesus, man.
When it comes to what Tupac and Biggie were doing, and again, I'm saying to both of them, but Tupac was more so like the empowerment of black people. Biggie was all about the.
Well, that's empowerment too, though. That's what I'm saying.
A different type of empowerment.
It's like Muhammad Ali split the two. It's like the deep side and the money side.
You can stop people playing American football. You can stop people boxing if their political views disagree with yours. You can stop them making a living. But when it comes to somebody whose passion is writing music, when that's all it is, when it ultimately comes down to someone having a fan base from writing lyrics down and being able to speak them, you can't really stop that.
Yeah.
Like, if people are going to want to listen to Tupac, or let's just take someone who's living, someone really closely related to Tupac, who would be Kendrick Lamar now.
Okay, yeah.
He's super, like, he is anti-government. He's or even Joey Badass says it on one of his albums recently. People who are in positions of power in America, aka the police, are using those positions of power to kill black people unjustifiably. And I think that was just an earlier version of what was happening. They don't want, like, these...
But do you think individual police are going out and purposely shooting people of colour?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah. Not that they wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to kill a black person today. But the first chance... Like, these people are racists. There's so... Like, and let's assume, because we kind of need to assume at the moment, America is fucking full of racism. It's full to the fucking brim with racism. Be it white against black, be it black against Asian, be it white against Jew, whatever it is, America is just fucking packed with racism. Doesn't matter what the colour is.
I think the smaller percent of the US is racist.
No.
It's the most mixed place on earth and has been for way longer than any other place.
And you okay, so you not only have racist problems, but you've got class problems as well. Yeah. Like lower class, and a lot of these coloured people that we're talking about, be it Hispanics or blacks or whatever, like these marginalised communities. There is an issue of class that comes into it as well.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not ignorant. I'm not saying
just keep it on the race thing.
I'm not saying. I was talking about race. No, I'm not saying that there's not racism in the US. I'm clearly not saying that. I'm not saying that there's loads of it. What I'm saying is the US is a big place. And I feel like we can't ever really narrow it down to being one thing. The US is everything. It's like the most fittest, healthiest people in the world live in the US, and the most fattest people in the world live in the US. Like huge cultural advancements.
I'm talking about in every major city. There's examples of this. You go to New York, there's examples of this. You go to Chicago, you go to LA, there's an example of this. You go to Texas, or like somewhere like New Orleans and Georgia, and down south. You go to Miami, there's examples of this. You go, I don't know, like if you want to pick somewhere out of the middle, like Kansas City or something like that, where the demographics are a bit different. But anywhere that there are huge populations of minorities. Like dense, like again in lower class areas, the populations of these people are more dense than other places. Do you know what I mean? Like if you go to Brooklyn, they're all just packed into Brooklyn and all these housing projects and shit like that. Or if you go to like Compton, where there's just fucking houses from as far as the eye can see, just flatland houses for as far as you can see. Just everywhere, man. You think of all these like police shootings that have come out over the last while. Like you like Eric Brown and Trayvon Martin and all of these examples where people were just unjustifiably killed by police. And again, American police aren't the best example, but it's fucking racist. It's racially motivated. It is. People don't like saying it, but it is.
No, it's not that. I mean.
No, I'm not saying you, but for me being on the other side of the devil's advocate argument, you know, me being on the other side of the coin, people don't like saying it or admitting it, but these killings are racially motivated.
Even if these cops aren't purposely shooting them, they are accidentally shooting them out of some sort of concept in their head, which then
conditioned response,
which then brings it back to what you're saying could be racist.
Oh shit, we've got a viewer on the.
I think it's slower.
Oh hello,
welcome. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so I'm kind of saying
good time to come in, by the way. Good time to tune in.
Deep.
Yeah.
No, I am saying you're right without the intention. So what I'm saying is that like maybe I wouldn't like to believe that cops are just shooting people because of a colour. Now you could be right. They might be shooting them out of a response, out of a concept in their head, which does, whether they like it or not, make them racist. Because on some level they're like, but what if we took colour out of it? What, like you said, a lot of people in those situations, in those poor areas, in those more rougher areas, just happen to be that colour. Maybe he's not responding to the colour. Maybe he's responding to that area. He's responding to the class, which is discrimination on some level, but also is coming from some sort of logic of these people carry guns, not these people in colour. These people, this area, this lower class, because that's how they survive. That's how they defend themselves.
Yeah.
So. Maybe that's what I may, and like I'm hoping, because the idea that there's like racism within the authority that is the police
People
force.
still commit crimes.
That's terrifying.
You can't just... what we're talking about isn't a pass to go out and commit a crime. If you commit a crime, you deserve to be punished by the law.
Oh yeah.
However, you deserve to be punished fairly. Another thing I would like to say is Colin Kaepernick of the NFL. You know who Colin Kaepernick is, don't you? Okay, he's a quarterback. He's currently out of work, but I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
He came out at the start of last season and said, "I am no longer standing for the national anthem." The national anthem reflects, or what the national anthem is supposed to reflect, is the American dream. It's peace and equality, you know, for all citizens. And what's currently happening in America is not representative of that. I will not be standing for the national anthem anymore. He was cut at the end of that season, and he hasn't gotten a job since. And he is far better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL who do have jobs. Now, I understand from an owner's point of view. Not that I understand, but I understand their logic. Not that I agree with it or disagree with it.
But he was expecting this.
He would have, but that's
like he's not going to be sitting down while the national. He's just not going to be there.
Oh no, he kneeled. Oh, really? And it's more players now are coming out and doing it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's inspired a movement.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick is on the cover of GQ now for Citizen of the Year. Yeah.
Kaepernick. I feel like I know that, or is that the name of some sort of food? Corn Kaepernick. Is that a thing? Kaepernick corn. Kaepernick corn. That's a thing. They eat like sweet corn. What is sweet corn?
What is sweet
it's
corn?
It's like an American
corn.
carnival sweet thing.
Are you thinking of candy corn?
Candy corn? What's candy corn?
It's just candied corn kernels. Yeah.
Kernels, the nuts?
Yeah, it's
the nuts. You're like, and then you bite it and lose it too.
No, I think they oven bake them and then dip them in like candy and sugar and shit.
I was like shouting right into the mic.
So fuck you and fuck your ears. But yeah, like this is a problem, and I think Tupac and Biggie were involved in it even way back then. This has always been a problem since Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery. That's a bit extreme, but I do think that Abraham Lincoln got rid of slavery back then. This is deep. Like this is
he was
way in at the deep end. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was assassinated as well, and I think people back then, the old rich white people who colonized America in the fucking first place,
the
didn't like, whatever you want to call them.
We're not allowed to
the
say
crab people.
The crab.
Oh, the lizard people.
No, this family.
Oh,
Rothschild.
The Rothschilds.
Yes. Oh, gross. You
can't
even
say. Yeah. Rothschilds. These old. Oh, we've got a
comment.
Oh,
Can I read it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to read that. I can't.
Speaking of slavery, either of you watched the documentary 13th? If not, you'd be into it. I haven't either. Is that specifically on Netflix? That's with the prison bars, isn't it? I haven't watched that yet, Laura.
I've heard it's good.
Be into it. Is it good?
It's good. I thought maybe you might have told me that. Someone recently has told me that that's a very good documentary.
No, I haven't seen that actually.
I've heard it's very good.
Mm.
But this is it, man. This is the conspiracy. I think slavery was a thing that the people who were colonizing America, who were bringing all these slaves over from Africa, wanted slavery. They wanted something. They wanted to own people, just as they wanted to own a computer. Well, obviously not now, but a computer or a phone or a horse, land, whatever it is. They wanted to own other things. People fell under that bracket. Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery, got rid of it, gave these citizens equal rights, and ever fucking since, shit's happened as a result of it. And you think of anyone who has ever come out and spoke on the behalf of citizens' rights and black people. John F. Kennedy was one. Malcolm X was one. Martin Luther King was one. Tupac and Biggie were they were ones as well. Do you know what I mean? Like anyone who's ever really, there's far more examples. Like even now, when you look at Colin Kaepernick, who came out and did it, look what's happening to him as a result of the people who are pulling the strings. But the people who are the NFL. And if you look at the owners in the NFL and who the commissioner is, there are mixed race owners. You've got Shad Khan, who owns the Jaguars, and there are obviously some mixed race owners throughout the NFL, but not a lot. It's predominantly male and predominantly white. Colin Kaepernick's currently out of a job because you can't just have people fucking killed.
The only problem I have,
if Colin Kaepernick was assassinated,
when we have those stats and we say, "Oh, look at this is mostly white and mostly male." The only issue I have with that is that a lot of times it's just a reflection of the past. I don't think it's reflecting now, there was more white men in power. There was more white men
anyway.
that had opportunities, that had that availability to go into it. I don't always think that represents now. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these old white men that are just dying off. And also, I don't like that needs to be a bad thing either. I like mixed everything, but I don't think I should ever feel bad for being a heterosexual white male.
I don't.
And I feel like in today's world, that's always used as like some sort of like villain.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not connected to these bad people.
White men are like the big bad wolf of the human
heterosexual
world.
White male, yeah. And I like, I've never really thought of it that way because my sister's brown, my dad's brown. I'm half Lebanese. I don't affiliate with those concepts.
You're like gumbo. You're like race gumbo.
Gumbo?
Yeah, it's like a dish in like the south, like New Orleans, and it's just a load of shit in a pot just mixed up. Like
yeah, but also I also hung out with so many girls when I was younger, so I never really saw myself as this or that. And then you get older, and people are trying to do things for the right way, but they're using brackets, and then you see the way they're thinking is actually what they're against.
Yeah.
And that gets fucked up in my head too.
The way of thinking, yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes when people are trying to be anti-something, they're also the exact same person.
Way of thinking.
Just on the opposite side. And you're there, not on the fence, but kind of in between the two, like, what? Are you both?
Yeah,
you're both gonna
in the
fucking...
middle of people firing arrows
people
at
are
each
just
other.
beating each other up, basically. I'm really right about my aggression. I'm really right about my aggression.
The problem is, it's generally been white people who have been the problem with this shit.
Oh no, completely.
Do you know what? Fair enough. And
that does not mean if you get born today being white, it's also your responsibility.
No, more than it does being any other country. Okay, so we'll pause the basic.
If not, you'd be into it. The fierce relevant to what you're talking about. Oh, it's fierce relevant. 13. This is the show 13. Everybody. The basic idea is that slavery isn't abolished. That black men are still enslaved by the
judicial system.
How do you pronounce that?
Judicial.
As in justice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Judicial system. Stuck in jail and made to work for fuck all money.
Absolutely. They're made to... You look at shit like the NFL. You look at professional sports. You can do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, and you can only get paid a certain amount. There's a whole lot of shit going on in the NFL.
But that's not a black thing. That's just a sport. That's just...
Oh no, I'm not saying that's a white-black
That's like
issue.
the army thing. That's not a black thing. That's just being in the army.
That's slavery. It just happens to be slavery for more than black people.
Oh, sorry,
You know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about race here. You're talking about imprisonment or slavery in a... Yeah, actually someone said that recently, that like slavery was... We stopped slavery this long ago, but it's still happening today. You can't go to another country without needing to give them all your access. And in one way it's just safety. But I was thinking about it because on the phone I'm using for Facebook Live, I recently activated this little option at the back. I love my phone. But right now, instead of putting in a pin every time, I can stick my finger beside the camera at the back, and just by putting my fingerprint, boop, I go straight to main menu. So it's like instant access. If the world goes like this and we become Minority Report, and everyone has like a little ID, everyone has your eye sensor and your fingerprint, and that's the way you go through the world, is that making things more safe? Because bad people
to what extent?
Or does that box us up? Does that make us even more imprisoned?
I think it boxes us in, and the beauty of humanity is that we can decide anything we want. Like
right now, I could just jump out the window if I felt like.
Yeah. You can.
I'll wait until after the show.
You don't want to, because you're going to fall out the window. You're probably going to break.
Well, let me just have a look. Well, I'd probably just stand on that thing.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, what if you? Let's assume you're gonna jump past this.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna jump past the edge of your porch.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking hurt yourself.
Oh, if I jump forward.
Yeah. There are laws in place. Like.
I could probably try and bend my knees, but then my bone from my leg would
shoot
up.
Your hip would be the shoulder.
It's
and
not worth it.
Your body. Yeah, you don't. Your dick would be where your mouth used to be, and you don't want to do it.
No.
You don't want to do that.
Marilyn Manson stuff.
The beauty of humanity is that we can make whatever choices we want. If they affect other people badly, well, there are laws in place.
Which is great.
There are universal laws that I think should be in place. Like people kind of laugh at this, but the Ten Commandments, there's reason to the Ten Commandments. Don't kill, don't covet your neighbour's wife, don't steal, don't something like some of them you can kind of say, whatever.
What?
Like,
Which, do you remember all the
like
time?
don't take the Lord's name in vain. Do you know how many times a day I say Jesus Christ as a use of amazement? I've said it, I think, 2 or 3 times on this episode alone.
Anto, did I ever tell you about the Gaius episode on the plane? I know we've gone from race to the future and now to religion and everything.
Let's just stay with
it's
the
what we do.
flow.
It's why you watch us / listen.
Yeah, whichever. It's going to get us into your brains.
Did I ever tell you about the guy I set beside on the plane back from Lebanon this summer?
No.
Does that ring a bell?
No.
So, this was... Where was this? This was like... Oh my god, I can't remember now.
Remind me to tell you about the dream I had with the apple seed.
Okay.
Because I just reminded myself looking at this out.
Okay.
Remind me to tell you about the fucking dream I had with the apple seed.
Great.
I'm actually going to write this down.
Tell me now.
No.
No?
We'll stay with the race thing, we'll do this and we'll kind of wrap it up and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, because to be honest, I feel like I want to save this story for another time. I need to remember more of the details.
Okay.
But it's a pretty good story about this guy that was... I'll tell you about it another time. I remember it. No, we read that.
Like, there are laws in place, and there are laws for good reason. You can't just go out, make decisions that affect other people's lives without their consent, permission. We talked about it with sexual assault on the last episode. I can decide to throw myself down the stairs. You can decide to jump out the window. You're entitled to do that, but if I was to jump and just fucking punch you straight in the face, then what gives me the right to do that against your permission? Do you know what I mean?
Not much.
And now, like...
Other than power.
Other than power, yeah. And again, you've got, like, you can't, given, like, impulse control issues and shit like that, but whatever
Louis
about all
C.K.
that
thing at the start of this, I'm really fucking bummed about that.
Yeah.
It's really disappointing. He was, like, my favourite comedian for ages.
Anyway.
No, just because you said power.
Yeah.
Like, it's power that makes you think you can do that to someone else.
Yeah.
Expose yourself. Or actually lack of power. Like that time I told you about the guy in the park that was flashing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that guy wasn't powerful.
No. That person's bottom of the barrel in my eyes.
No, I mean, I know, I know, but what it seemed like, according to that apology, Louis C.K. was trying to make the point that he took advantage of power to do that, and that's probably what's going on in people's heads when they do shit like that. They take advantage of people because they're just abusing power.
Yeah.
So does that mean when, like, it's power that's the issue? Maybe no one should ever have that much power, or they're like the top comedian, top actor.
Power corrupts.
Yeah.
Power and money. This is another thing that's said all the time. The root of all evil. You don't even need to know what the root of all evil is. People just know it as money.
But there's evil people that have neither power or money.
True.
Maybe they're doing it for both.
Yeah.
But maybe that's where they get their power then. Just being evil. This guy had no power, so he flashed himself in the park to old women and that Polish girl that talked to me and Mick, and then we were like, what the fuck? Chased him. He jumped into a car, and he knew what he was doing. He had done this before, he had planned it. He left the car there ready for his drive away. There was nothing powerful about him.
No.
Tell me about your apple seed though. Or you were about to wrap up something actually.
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie were killed by the government because they were black, and they wanted black people to have real equal rights. The slavery thing at the moment.
Did you watch a doc about this? About the two of them?
A long time ago.
I think you told me about it.
Yeah, a long time. There's a lot of shady shit around it, man. There's so much shady shit going on around the deaths of the two of them. It's just called Biggie and Tupac.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the easiest thing. It's either Tupac and Biggie or Biggie and Tupac.
I love the way you were about to say it, like, remember this, and then it was just their names.
Yeah.
What's that Biggie and Tupac documentary called?
Yeah,
named.
They were killed because man, it's fucked up. It is like you can call it conspiracy theorist, you can call it whatever, but
I don't like that title, man. Like I said at the start, I think conspiracy theorist is just a title you put onto someone who's questioning something that everyone else doesn't want to question.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound bad to me. That's alright, you should be allowed to talk.
It sounds bad to some people though. That's the problem. And it sounds bad to the people who are in these positions.
In what positions?
Chiefs of police, mayors of cities,
Well, because
president of the fucking country.
But you know, it's like me saying earlier about the whole thing about the whole white man thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from a perspective where you're not that kind of person, it's very hard to see the bigger picture of how many bad seeds there are in the totality of it all. Now, I would like to think I'm a realistic person, but I know as well I am idealistic. And I do want to force my concept of good into the world. Yeah. Which sometimes means I don't see all that shit. Yeah. But, like, I'm aware that there's racists, that there's rapists, that there's evil people that want to do bad, and that a lot of bad stuff does come from white men in power. But that doesn't mean I want to give away all my energy to that.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can admit it. I can admit that is a reality. But I think the difference between the way I look at it isn't that I'm ignorant. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's like I feel like each one of us have our own kind of energy.
It's like
and
you're
the more
pouring water into a glass with a hole at the bottom.
Well,
because you're not getting, like,
I guess
a fucked up situation.
If you can't control some white man in power that you've never met, what's the point of you just like just squeezing yourself dry of passion and anger and fury every day for this person you ever met meeting that you can't actually, like, put that into yourself, put that into the white men around you, the young white men around you, into the young men, so that they grow up and they don't have to be that. That's where your energy should go, instead of every time you see someone who's white man and then you're like, you're the problem, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck, who? I don't know you. You know? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It was said to me recently by somebody that it was actually said to me when we were talking about the whole sexual harassment thing
last week.
It's the people who aren't in it. It's not the A versus B. It's the people that it doesn't affect need to be aware of this, because as long think about it like this, if I don't know, is there a married couple live next door?
I think no. There is couples, like 20.
Okay, let's
something.
just pretend there's a married couple next door.
Okay.
If you knew the man, or if you knew one of the married couple was kicking the shit out of their spouse all the time, say you didn't know, what could you do? There's nothing.
If I didn't know.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do if you.
Wait, if I didn't know what?
Say, let's assume that next
so I
door,
heard abuse.
Yeah.
I would knock on the door. I'd ring the doorbell.
Exactly. You feel like you have to do something.
I'd see what's up.
Yeah.
I'd want to know before I called the guards.
Yeah. My point is that
because if I wasn't totally sure and I called the guards, then I've completely destroyed trust between me and the next door neighbours. Yeah. And they think I'm paranoid and they think I don't trust whatever's happening in their house. Yeah. Whether it be for the man or the woman or them together might not trust me.
My point is that if you know the scale and the scale and the demographic, whatever it is, shouldn't change how you respond.
No.
You should still feel like you have to do something. Now, of course, you can't just ring the police for fucking black people being unlawfully killed in America, but
no,
you have to use that platform whatever way you can.
Yes, you're so right, and that was my point. When it comes to bigger things like white men are the problem, or black people are being put into prison, or women aren't being treated right, my point is, don't waste your energy.
I don't know who it is.
Don't waste your energy on hatred, on negativity, on just like hating some group of people you've never met, because then what are you doing differently than them? Use your energy into doing like the good stuff.
Jews.
What?
People hate Jews too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But my point is,
I think I'm on board with that one though.
What?
I think I'm on board with that. No.
What are you talking about?
Go on. Go on.
Wait, no, hold on.
No, I want you to finish your sentence first.
Okay, so... No, you've stumbled... What do you mean?
No, go on. We'll talk about Jews some other time.
You can't say that!
I don't hate Jews, man. You're
Jews. Joking. You're making a joke.
I think the materialisation of things came from fucking Jews.
Yeah, but that's a cliche. That's a cliche. That's like saying every white man is in power and is evil. That is like saying every black person is in prison or is being taken advantage of, or the same for women.
True.
There's cliches, but that doesn't mean every person...
No,
there's homeless Jewish people.
I know.
But yeah,
Did Jews kill Jesus though? Let's put it down.
We don't believe in Jesus.
I think someone was alive back then. Like,
Yeah.
I think the
Balls in the
person.
hands
I don't know. But yeah, no, go on, because I'm after derailing the whole train of thought.
My only point was that, like, every day... Oh, we're about to go dead on Instagram.
Shit.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. Oh, yeah, we read that. Thanks again for everyone on Instagram. My point is, use your energy for good. You only get a certain amount in a lifetime, in a month, in a week, in a day. You only get a certain amount of passion, drive, momentum. You're only young for so long. Don't waste your energy on these people that are so shit, that make you angry. Use that energy and put that good into the people to reverse exactly what you want to see in the world.
Great.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh, that's a really good picture, Jamie. Boom, look at that. No, I won't like it.
Great picture.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. That stuff.
Yeah.
Tupac's bringing a new album out.
Oh, yeah?
No, he's not.
Oh.
Eminem is bringing a new album out, though.
You excited?
Oh, so excited. So excited. Yeah, very excited. Very exciting times. Don't know much about it yet. I think it's called Revival. He has, like, there's a website you can go on and it's all done like a pharmacy ad.
Oh,
It's like, use Revival if you feel like your ears are being stimulated, blah blah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's very
Did
clever.
you see his Trump?
No, I never got to see that. I heard a lot about it, though.
What'd you hear?
That it was deadly.
Yeah.
He was on, like, Saturday Night Live or something, or he was on some sort of show.
No. This is just him in, like, a car park.
Really?
With, like, a load of guys behind him doing this. And he just kind
freestyling,
of gives...
is he?
Yeah, he's just freestyling.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's moments of definite genius. Rap God was freestyling. There are plenty of amazingness in it, but there's also a lot of, like...
I don't think Rap God was freestyle.
He said it,
He freestyled Rap God.
apparently.
He broke a record for the amount of words spoken, but I think he had written them down.
He said on Zane Lowe that was freestyled.
There you go. There you go, like, holy fucking shit.
Now that blows
I
your
didn't
mind.
even know that.
Yeah, no, he definitely said that on Zane Lowe. Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around that. But you see, this is the thing. If you're obsessed... this is the thing about rap, right? This thing about writing, about filming. The more... Your brain is an amazing thing. And this goes back to the whole hatred thing, you know what I mean? If you do think...
That's all fucking freestyle.
If you think white men are the problem, every time you see a white man, that's your perspective. That's that's how your mind works. And that's now the filter you're seeing the world through.
I'm stuck on Rap God being freestyle, and
But no, I'm
gonna
still
have to rewind.
But I'm kind of still talking about
Okay.
that. I'm going to bring it back to it. If I tell you now, red cars is the best car. I love red cars. Red cars, red cars, red cars. You're going to really notice way more red cars. Nothing has changed to you except for your perspective on red cars. Now you're thinking about it. That's your filter for the world because your brain can't take everything in. Right?
Yes.
If I say to you, Anto, starting right now, I'm going to become the greatest filmmaker that's ever lived. I'm going to breathe, live, everything, film. I will have more ideas for film. My brain will reconstruct itself, and that will be the filter I see my world through. Eminem being a rapper. Eh?
Rapper.
A rapper. Yeah, rapper. Yeah, and Eminem was a real Slim Shady. Please stand up.
Go on.
My point was that, like, even when these rap artists are freestyle, they've already made those connections in their head. They already have rhymes built that they may have not used, or they may even recycle things.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from it, because a lot of the stuff they are doing is right there in the moment. And to me, that's like fucking consciousness. That is God. That is art. It's all those things infused. When you're able to be in the moment and just like your brain is just sparking and you're just like, blah!
Yeah.
That's like perfection. But apparently he did. Apparently he freestyled Rap God.
Fucking unbelievable, man.
Which, if you haven't listened to that song, check that out. That's Marshall Mathers too.
Yeah. The Marshall Mathers LP.
I really liked the album.
Very good album. I'm kind of biased with Eminem as well.
Yeah. You love him more than Jam.
Jam.
Don't you like Jam?
Way more. I love him way more than Jam. I don't really like Jam at all.
Wow. Okay, what do you really love?
Eminem.
Okay. Okay.
He is, man. Eminem will be forever remembered as one of the best, I think.
Yeah.
He will be, like, for what he did, for when he did it, and for, like, considering he was fucking white.
Yeah.
Like, he was born white, do you know what I mean? He wasn't, like,
Yeah.
born black.
Which would have been prejudice within the realm of rap, I
It would
guess.
have been the other. It would have been the other side of the coin. Yeah, it would have been gone the other.
But you could also argue, in the rap world, it would be hard to break through. But then in the music industry, overall, I mean, if you want to go with that whole thing of the white men in power, they would have maybe like that. Hey, this rap guy's appealing to the kids. Let's pump up his thing. Let's give him a bit of money.
He was white, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's talented. He's a talented guy, man.
He said it all the time too. He's like, they connected with me too because I looked like them.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why they put my lyrics on? That's why they put my lyrics under a microscope. Do you know? Like he knew from the fucking get go that he became so popular because he had Dr. Dre behind him.
Well, that would help.
Yeah. Obviously, like fucking had the Midas touch up your ass, but he had Dr. Dre behind him, and he was white, so he was then connecting with all of these people who did just use the face value of the appearance. Do you know what I mean? He looked like them. He didn't look like Tupac and Biggie with bandanas and fucking leather vests and guns hanging out of them, or Eazy-E dressed in all black with glasses, and you know he didn't. He looked like a completely different thing. And
he still looked like a hip hop artist to me. He had the big long white t-shirt down to his knees.
He
the jeans at his knees. Yeah. He was tripping over himself.
He did a little bit, but what I'm saying is not as much as the likes of NWA or Public Enemy or any of them at the time.
Maybe it was just because he was white, man.
Yeah, well, he's unbelievably skilled. He's like a fucking swordsmith with words.
He also has that Thousand Island stare.
The Thousand Island stare. Delicious.
The
1,000 yard stare.
Yeah.
Eminem does.
I think his eyes look a little weird. Like this. Like he's a bit messed up.
You know,
he has a beautiful mind, but he's also written some of the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. He has a twisted mind. Like
brilliance has baggage.
Of course,
brilliance has baggage no matter what it is.
If the more you go that way, the more you're going that way. When it comes to the brain, and what I've realised as well is people that experience really high highs will also experience really high lows. And I feel
really
like
low lows,
really low lows, like the low. Is she still listening? High highs and low lows. Yeah. Can you have a low high and a high low?
It's just in the middle, I suppose, isn't it? Yes. But so like brilliance has baggage, no matter what it is, no matter who you are, brilliance has baggage.
I'm going to write that down. Brilliance has baggage.
Brilliant mind. But yeah, you hear it, like he's clearly got issues with women.
Oh yeah, his relationships aren't the best.
There's no doubt about it that he's got issues.
Rewind back to his childhood. That's where it always stems.
Bitch, I'm a kid, you don't want to fuck with me. Girls need you, ain't nothing but a slut to me. Wow. Yeah, like
what did she do to him?
You'd have to ask him yourself.
She might have just been like, I think you're a bit crazy.
Well, his mom was nuts apparently. Like his mom was insane from an early age, and his dad had left him.
That would leave enough of a kind of a.
And apparently, the girl he ended up having kids with was just as big a crack. This is his view on it. Like I'm sure if you asked them, they'd say something differently. You know, I can only imagine what being in a relationship with someone like Eminem would be like. To be in a relationship with someone who has that type of mind.
Did you go out with him?
Me personally, again, I'm biased. You know, I'd probably say yes because I'm, I'm so unbelievable.
I just want to get closer to the music. Nice. What's this hair doing on my head? It's like everything's just a fro, and then we got this weird squiggly thing right there.
It's just hanging down like an old curl. Anyway, yes, I had a dream. I've had some strange dreams, man. Yeah.
Has your diet changed? Have you been taking in more sensually? What? Sensually? No, like have you?
Good question.
They say after like a really busy day in a foreign country, you'll actually remember your dreams because they'll stand out more than other days because your brain is processing more.
I would have said you'd had different dreams, which is probably true as well.
Well, different and more vivid and sleep better.
Very good question, and a question I have already asked myself.
Oh.
I don't think there's been a huge difference in my daily life.
You're very aware of your dreams, though.
Yeah, I know. It's a topic that I'm very curious about because.
Do you ever wake up not remembering your dreams?
Very seldom, but it does happen.
Do you know we still haven't officially figured out what the fuck dreams are?
No.
I mean, we know it's the processing of the brain. We know that you can't just sleep and not dream. It's vital to dream. What exactly are they? There's these ideas, but I don't think science has ever actually clamped down and said, this is it. Like, we have no idea.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a very bizarre thing. And then if you get into that whole subject of lucid dreaming, it's a whole other level, man.
Which is,
Have I told you about my lucid dream?
You told me you're able to.
No, I tried to for ages.
Oh, shit, okay.
I did all the habits. I'd count my fingers, I'd look at the clock, I'd ask myself, am I dreaming? So that I'd get into the habit. Because if you do that all the time, then when you're in a dream, you won't just be like, oh, this is reality. You'll be like, oh, is this a dream? And then you'll be like, wait, actually...
Strap yourself in.
Yeah, you'd be
Strap yourself in.
Huh?
Strap yourself in. Buckle your safety belt. I'm about to tell you what I've dreamt.
Oh, actually, do you know what? A lot of times when people do become conscious within a dream, it starts to spin. And one of the tips is if you spin, you stay in it. And it's actually just a shock. Because right now...
What starts to spin?
Your dream. So, for example, right now, if you realise...
Interesting, and I'll show you why.
Just say you're looking at me, yeah? And you realise you're dreaming. The actual shock that this isn't reality will pull you out of it. Oh my
I wrote
God.
down something one night.
I'm not touching your...
No, you're okay. I wrote down something one night, and like I will just you unless you can see the book, I just write shit down, man. Whenever I get a thought of a sentence in my head, I'll just fucking write it down. And one night I wrote, like, some of it I don't understand. Like, I obviously understand the words and like I understand what I'm writing, but the meaning behind it I don't fucking get. Like,
nice.
And one night I wrote down.
Look at all this.
I know, yes.
I love this
bullshit. Like,
no, it's great.
There. It just needs to spin.
Whoa. What's that about?
I don't know.
But
the first time I've heard something that's remotely close to it was just fucking now when you said about it spinning.
Well, it just needs to spin could be you, the subject in the dream, because once you spin, apparently you stay within the dream.
But this wasn't, what I wrote down there wasn't related to a dream. It wasn't anything got to do with dreaming.
When did you write that? 5 years ago.
When I was born. No, a couple of weeks back. I'd say a couple of weeks back, just sitting down one night, I just thought, what the fuck? Well, I was actually drawing, you see, I was kind of messing with
How did it come to you? Did you just feel like your hand moved and then you wrote it, or did you hear a voice and then you followed the voice?
Yeah.
And why did that voice stand out? Because you were like, that's a random thought?
Well, who's the voice in your head? This is the whole thing I'm saying. This creativity of... Hello. Lopez.
Inception. Oh, wow. If this... Okay, hold on. If this is Inception, we'll figure it out. Right? If this truly is Inception, just on Facebook Live there, we have a comment saying Inception. This will stay... This won't. Right?
Bad example of a coin, because it's going to fall over pretty quick.
Okay, so... I guess.
So we're not in Inception.
We're not dreaming. But yeah, you count your fingers, you look at the clock, time never works. Anyway, sorry, tell us what you're doing.
Anyway, I just write shit down, but that was a whole different thing. That was a bit tangential. So a couple of nights ago, I had this dream where I was looking at an apple. It's a super obscure dream, like not anything like
Shakespearean wise.
Not in my hand, not a like. It wasn't. Man, this is a weird fucking dream. Like,
okay.
Do you know, like, I've told you dreams before where...
I haven't heard anything and I'm so excited.
This dream is, you know, like, I've told you dreams recently where it's me and it's all very Anto and I'm walking around doing shit. This was a bit different, like, I was just, like, I don't know, I can't say that I was holding an apple or I was looking at an apple.
Okay.
But I was looking at an apple and the apple was cut, it was a cross section of an apple, so I could see the inside and I could see the seeds.
Okay. And then facing you was the
cut side was facing me.
Two seeds.
Yeah. So I was looking at this seed, and the more I looked at them, it was like more seeds started to appear. Okay. Not in the apple, but kind of like floating just wherever, man. I can't fucking put words to this shit. Right. But the more I looked at this apple and these two seeds in the middle of the apple, the more seeds started to appear in my vision. Do you know what I mean? Like
floating in front of you?
Yeah, like I'm not going to say right in front of me, but just from between my eyes, or what my dream was, and the apple, there was more apple seeds started to appear. So I ate one. But again, it wasn't like I could see my hand, I didn't visualise eating it, but I knew I had eaten an apple seed.
You aren't a solidified person observing this, you were more just like consciousness.
Like think of just a floating head, man. I can't put too much sense on this.
Okay.
But I ate the apple seed, right? So I was like, and again, not that I could visualize actually eating the fucking thing, but I understood in my dream brain that I had eaten these apple seeds. One, all of them, I don't know. And as that happened, trees started fucking talking to me.
Whoa.
But it wasn't words that they were saying.
So you were just shot to another scene and there was trees.
It was almost like it was like it didn't even like one thing happened, it was like it was all happening at the same time. Like this is fucking super nuts shit. Like, but
what did the trees?
I don't know. They were talking to me, and I could see like
so
they were all. It was winter trees, so all the leaves were gone off them.
Were they like these ones here?
Yes, kind of, but probably a bit smaller.
Okay.
And they were talking to me, and they were like vibrating, and like yeah, and I could see them vibrating, and I could hear them talking to me. But it wasn't English that they were speaking.
Okay.
It wasn't words that they were speaking. It was, like, I don't know what the fuck they were saying, but these trees could, and you know, like, if you can feel when someone's looking at you.
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling of being watched? It was that feeling that I had, that
From
these trees were looking at me.
I've had that feeling in real life.
You get it all the time, and you know when someone's looking at you.
I used to get that at night time. I used to feel like the trees weren't just like shapes in the dark that my imagination was playing. I felt like it was
the trees were looking at you,
like energized from an energy perspective.
The fucking conspiracy section.
I felt like I've not as much these days, but yeah, I used to feel like trees were like I could feel like a presence.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When did you start experiencing this, and how early can you think of?
From a very young age,
like
until my teens, my
okay.
teens, and then you kind of stop being afraid of things.
Did you climb trees when you were younger?
A good bit, but not like crazy. Because I told you about my mate whose head split open, and then I was like, I don't think I'll do that again. It's a bit traumatic. Well, no, it's true.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's a dramatic experience.
Traumatic, as in a extreme thing to witness.
It was a dramatic, traumatic experience. Yeah.
Fucking right. But yeah, like these trees, and I was going by trees, like it was like a big row of trees.
Okay.
Not on a street, not in a park, just trees, just this fucking line of trees. Yeah. And as I was going by them, I could feel them looking at me. Not that they had eyes, there was no eyes in them or anything like that. And they were like, again, they were kind of vibrating, like the branches and all of that was like they were vibrating, shimmering. I don't know what word you'd put in it, and I could fucking hear them talking to me, man. And I remember in my brain thinking, am I fucking dreaming this shit? Like, it was one of the first times that like maybe ever that I've had a proper real lucid moment in a dream. Wow. And I'd no fucking like I do. You know, you have thoughts in dreams where occasionally you do think of it. Like, I'm not going to say I lucid dream by any means.
But it doesn't. You don't shatter through, and sometimes when you do think of it, you're just awakening.
It's not like you're saying. I've never had a thought where I was like, "Am I dreaming this?" I've had thoughts in dreams where I was like, "Well, that's a bit weird. That person looks weird." Do you know, like it's never made aware of that I'm dreaming.
Okay, that person's floating. That's strange.
Yeah, but I'd never say, "Is that a dream?" Yeah. And this was one of the first times I was thinking.
Have you been meditating?
No.
Apparently that brings consciousness within your dreams.
I've been colouring a lot more.
So you're probably becoming more mindful. Because I swear to God, man, there's so much connections between meditation and mindfulness, which I guess meditation is just mindfulness. But the ability to become aware of your presence. Because the more you are in real life like that, then the more when you're dreaming, you'll become aware, and then things you won't just flow with things. You'll be like, well, dogs don't usually fly, so what's happening? So what happens?
Well, my dog does.
Your dog's a monkey. Your dog climbs. Your dog's nearly upside down.
I said earlier on, I had a moment where I felt, why me? Remember earlier on you were saying, like, when you get injured, it was made. You were saying when you got injured, people have this weird why me attitude.
Oh yeah, well I was saying that you took advantage of that. Yeah.
I had a moment this morning when I was like, why me? God, why me? And the dog ate my crackers. Yeah, he fucking ate my crackers off the table, this scumbag.
Just as you were thinking that?
No. When I got back in and I had seen he'd eaten my crackers, I was like, why? Like, why have you done this to me?
It's amazing how like little petty things can just like really push you over the edge. Like mentally. The other day I was having a really bad day and I was about to watch an episode of Strange Things. I was like, okay, Aoife's at home watching Strange Things, I'm going to watch an episode where her will fucking WhatsApp and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I just you know? Whatever. You know, right?
Yeah.
You know, great, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a great thing.
It's a great thing. So, but I'm very OCD, we have to be timed perfectly. Like, when it comes to movies, I do like things being a certain way. And I don't know, maybe it's the whole working in film and stuff. It deserves respect.
Yes.
But anyway, I went. It's the first time I had cheese, like out of my own decision. Like instead of being in a restaurant.
I'd like some cheese, please.
Yeah, I've never. Like, what I mean is, like, you go to a restaurant, you order something that has cheese on it, but, like, at home, I don't put cheese in stuff. I avoid dairy. You know that about me. I craved cheese, man. Like, real, proper, mature cheddar cheese. So I was like, fine.
Delicious.
Got a slice of toast. Grilled it both sides. Cut the cheese.
Keep talking.
I dropped the slices on that piece of bread.
Did it melt real nice?
I put it in the grill. Now, the thing is, it was starting to bubble on one side, and I wanted the other side. But as you know, grill has, like, lines. So I pulled it out and started turning it. But you know what happens halfway? The verticalness of the bread fit into the verticalness of the gaps.
And it fell through the fucking...
And the slice flopped over one way. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't width-wise, it wouldn't have fallen through. But because of the weight, as I moved it, it tilted, slid through, and then cheese-wise went there in front of me, man. And I swear to God, I was about, like, I just had a bad day. And that was the last thing.
That was the worst.
And I was about to, like, fucking punch through the cabinet and pull out a tin of beans and just... I was so angry, I was going to scream, I was going to kick shit, and then I just took a deep breath. I wiped up the mess and I did it again, and in 5 minutes I had what I wanted.
That's a win.
And it was
Put
okay.
That down in the win column.
Man, I was proud of myself. But that's my point. Like, how... Because I know things like that used to drive me nuts. Because I hate feeling stupid. Have you ever cut a pit of bread?
Yeah.
And it just falls into bits. Like, you just want to...
You did a video about it, didn't you?
I did, and I hate it. It drives me insane.
Yeah, I was at the door. I was sitting enjoying some crackers with some hummus, and the door knocked, and I knew who it was. Cars, you know, like Cars water biscuits. They do like these crackers.
Water biscuits. What do you mean biscuits?
I'm not gonna get bogged down.
Waterproof biscuits.
Just picture some crackers.
Okay,
Some nice
I can do
crackers.
that. I can do that.
I was having the crackers with the hummus. And the door went, and I knew who it was, so I hopped up and I got to the door. And you know how Ozzy gets when there's a knock at the door? Yeah. Super loud, and my dad was in bed, he's on nights at the moment, so I had to get to the door super quick. And as I was opening the door, I was talking to him, I realised mid-conversation that I left my food in with the dog. No. I was like, how are you? Just fucking so annoyed. And I was like, thinking the whole time, as soon as I realised that talking to this man, I was like, I want to go in and see if my crackers are alright. Like, went back in and the fucking crackers were gone. Didn't go near the hummus though, the little bastard. Didn't touch the hummus, I think it was too spicy for him. The dog doesn't like spicy food for some reason. Yeah, he's not keen on it.
I can't imagine it's the dog's favourite thing.
Asshole. So yeah, so that was a bit of a why me, God, that I had this morning.
What happened once you realised, are you dreaming?
Okay, so back to the dream. I realised
give the people what they want.
As the trees, like as I kind of started to move, I don't mean move by the trees, but I could see the rows of trees, and I was like, "What is this a fucking dream?" Like not that it was me saying, "Is this a dream?" in my head, but I realised that this must be a fucking dream, and it was around then that I started dreaming about something else. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Super
so you
weird.
tiptoed. You tiptoed into it, but you didn't fully...
Yeah.
If you fully questioned it and thought about it, what you'd see is that either shatters and you wake up, or it would sort of spin, and you'd have to keep yourself stuck. You'd have to stay calm within it, which is mindfulness.
Spin. Fuck, man, that's so...
That's what the spinning is. Yeah, people, like, I know so many people... I spent months and months...
Does it feel like spinning? Is that the... Does it... like...
Is there some sort of spin? I don't think I've ever spinned.
Okay, right. Okay.
I've only broke through once, maybe. I've asked a few questions.
Completely right.
But I've only ever broke through once.
Do you think an apple seed makes the... there's a significance to
What's
fucking
the meaning?
apple seeds?
Yeah,
Was that just a way of my brain telling me that I need to eat more apples or something? I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, making them all like beautiful, like, look at this tree, look at that tree. Well, not really, yeah.
Imagine I was sleepwalking. Imagine I was out sleepwalking in the field around the corner from me, like just
Donnie Darko.
Stepping in dog shit and stuff, and just like touching trees, like sleepwalking, like eating fucking what I think is an apple off the ground and shit. Like,
it's like a raw potato.
Very strange dream though. Very not like the dreams I've usually would have had.
Do you want a picture?
Yes.
You do?
No.
I picture that kind of limbo universe that 11 goes to.
Oh, the upside down.
No, the black. water.
Oh,
reflection.
yes.
For some reason, when you said the apples just floating there, I imagine like that kind of landscape. Whoa. Oh, wait.
Look at this, man.
Oh my god, hard nipples.
Fucking nipples have gone hard and everything.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just got a shiver when you started saying that.
So I'm onto something.
I don't know, man, but I don't know if the window's open. But the window's been open, but it's I haven't felt
timing.
That. Look at these fucking things, man.
Yeah.
Feel how hard that is, like.
Okay.
You wanna touch this?
Jesus.
That's a hard, like that.
That's
That
a
was
hard
a serious wet shiver that came over me. Like.
Well,
holy shit!
You know what that means?
What the fuck?
That means I tapped into something truthful.
Maybe you're onto something, man. With
Whenever,
this limbo
sometimes,
shit.
sometimes when I think about
You've
ideas,
got fucking goosebumps and everything.
Yeah, man. I think. Look, you can say goosebumps are just a cold, but why do they happen after certain statements that seem like they could resonate as truth? I've had that happen where it goes up and down my spine at the back of my head, and then your goosebumps happen. But what I think it is, what's along your spine? Central nervous system. That goes all the way down your body, all the way to the top. It's
right those fucking little balls we were talking.
Right into the nuggets.
Toes.
In the nuggets, up
into
in the
your
brain.
Toes, into your
it's
arms.
rooted in your brain like a fucking like a tree. Growing roots. Like,
looks like that, I would imagine, only way smaller.
Actually, if you look at that tree right there, that one.
Yes.
The way it's spread out.
Think of that, like
that's all the like the neurons of the brain almost.
All these fucking. Why is this going yellow?
It's kind of going red, and it's because I've got an app.
Screen thing?
Yeah, it's to protect because the days are getting darker. The phone knows it's winter, so it's starting to prepare for.
I have a question.
Protecting my eyes.
Does it? Will this?
No.
Lopez, I used to watch this. Has the screen changed colour? Has it got like a yellowish?
He wouldn't notice. He wouldn't notice if it changed. It's too subtle. But yeah, if it looks like there's a sort of a red, purple,
it looks
orangey.
Kind of yellowy to me. It's like a yellowish hue.
Yellow.
It's like a yellowish filter.
Well, in about when is it getting dark? Like in an hour or two.
What was 10 to 4? What time are we at now?
We're 10 to 4. Oh, what time are we at then?
I'm just wondering.
We never got to review that film. We did a film.
The fucking.
Gate?
What's it called?
Gate?
The killing dare?
Anyway, the sacred killing of
mad
a
fucking dream. I will think about it if I come to some sort of
realization.
I will. Yeah.
I have a dream Bible. Would you like to know what your dream is about?
I don't think it'd explain it. I don't think it could.
It might explain apples dreaming of apples.
An apple seed.
Apple to apple seed to tree.
Yeah.
I like it though, man. That's a good dream. I can't remember the last dream I had. I don't.
I've had, like I
don't
said,
remember
this
my
whole
dreams these days.
This whole last week and a bit, the dreams would have been kicked up a notch. Like, I'm not going to say exactly 7 days, but give or take the last week.
Something's going on.
Something is going on. Can't put an explanation to it right now, though.
I've another question, but I feel like I shouldn't ask you on air.
Okay.
But it's a possible theory as to why your dreams are becoming more vivid.
Look at that little thumbs up.
Hey! What does that mean?
We've gotten a thumbs up from somebody, I would imagine.
Yeah. Thanks.
Huh. Weird. It's fucking little thumbs up floating in the middle of the screen. Anyway. Let's go films, because I'm going to talk about a film.
Great. So
I've actually seen one, and I will be seeing one tonight. No shows.
I don't know what you've seen, but I know what you're going to see. So last week we reviewed, I reviewed Blade Runner 2049, right?
Yes.
2049.
Blade Runner 2.
I also last week saw the killing of a sacred deer.
Who's in that?
Colin Farrell.
Oh, I heard it's super fucked up.
Nicole Kidman and that Irish actor who's in who was
can't think of his name, but I know the
he's really good.
Relatively new.
He's been going for a few years. He was in Love 8 years ago, but he's broke Hollywood the last year or two. I think he's from Dublin, but I'm not too sure. Kind of an unusual face, but really good actor. Holy
keep speaking.
Man,
I'll look his name.
I don't need any invitation.
Go.
So the killing of a sacred deer. The same director as Dogtooth, and it doesn't look yellowish.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Lopez's real name is
Christopher.
Christopher. Interesting. Didn't know that. Yeah, I never questioned Lopez. I think I thought it was his first name, which made me think, wow.
Ah.
Wow. Yeah?
Yes.
The actor's name is...
Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Nice one, great actor. So, okay, the same director of Dogtooth, The Lobster, something else, doesn't matter.
Alicia Silverstone is in this film.
No.
That's crediting her as being
As a producer?
Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Alicia Silverstone.
What? Let me see this. She's not in it.
Cast: Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Alicia Silverstone.
I used to have the biggest crush on her when I was a young man that didn't understand what crushes were, so I'd be shocked if she was in this.
She was Batgirl.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But what
Anyway.
Okay, anyway, I don't remember her being in this.
Silverstone.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I think I know who she played in it, which is shocking if that was who she played, because that did not look like her, but
Wow.
I'm starting to make a connection. I was just saying
The
that.
autofocus is going mad.
What the hell's at the bottom of the screen?
Thumbs up, I think.
Do you see like little things floating around?
Yeah, I saw like thumbs up flying by.
Yeah.
I don't know, the autofocus goes really weird. I think it's because it seems like we're just at an odd distance from the camera.
I'll turn it off anyway. There. Screen's more blue now.
No, it's the autofocus.
Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the killing of a sacred deer.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nuts. I've heard it's so fucked up. I've heard it's the weirdest.
What?
I've heard it's like my dream. It's weirder than my dream that I just told you about.
No, it's actually it's very like having a dream.
It's about... Go on.
So okay, if you don't want to know anything about this film, are there leaves flowing by?
Leaves or hearts?
I don't know. If people are giving us hearts, that's also nice. Okay. If you don't want to know anything about this film, stop looking, stop listening right now. But I'll give you the synopsis from like the trailer. I think the trailer gives you this much. I'm not really
Well, I tell you
much.
as much as I know, and I know very little.
You haven't seen the trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer.
I need to give away more than... I need to give away at least the trailer.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like, even when you watch the film, you don't know what's going on.
Okay, go.
So trust me. So basically, Colin Farrell
Is a doctor.
is a doctor
Yeah.
in the US, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He's an Irish doctor. He's a surgeon, to be exact. He's befriended this young boy that he's kind of hanging out with.
This is Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan, who's kind of like a bit of an eccentric, odd young American lad that he's kind of taking care of. And you find out, it's quite early on, that it's because his father died on the table when Colin Farrell was taking care on the operating table. Colin Farrell was a surgeon at the time, died. He somehow knew the family. He felt guilt. He usually does a great job. He felt guilt. He wanted to take care of the kid. He has a wealthy family. Him and Nicole Kidman. They have 2 kids, and everything is so straight laced. Everything is so plastic and like fake. And this young man basically tells Colin Farrell that it starts off that you can't walk. Then you will lose your appetite. And then when your eyes start to bleed, you've only a few hours left.
To live.
And this will happen with the youngest in your family.
Right.
All the way up to you until you decide to get rid of one of them so that we are even.
Wow.
And that's the premise.
That's the whole film.
That's the film.
What the fuck? So it's like everyone dies or he chooses someone to kill in his family. Is that it?
That's the box he's given him.
It's a good topic, conversation piece. It's a good talking point of a film. It's a good question to ask as writing a script would go. How good is the film?
I don't know.
Is it so mental? Is it just a mad fucking film altogether? Like,
there's been one review I saw online by a movie expert, whatever the fuck that is, that said this film is an insult and it's created solely just to insult the audience.
Wow.
And that there is no intention with this film and there is no meaning and there is no point, and that's the whole joke of it all. I disagree with that. I think there is a meaning. I think there is something. Aoife said she wouldn't go and see it a second time. Colin Farrell was interviewed at one point, and this guy...
Did I tell you about the...
This guy told Colin Farrell, he's like, I think I enjoyed the film, but I wouldn't recommend it to a friend. And Colin Farrell agreed with him. So it's definitely an experience more than a film. Don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, we always talk about Transformers being that popcorn action blockbuster, leave your brain at the door, just have some good fun, pick it up on the way out. This is more like...
The opposite.
This is like bring an extra brain if you can.
Jesus.
But also, maybe don't think about it too much. Maybe just enjoy it. Just let it be.
One of those ones.
Just let it unfold. enjoy it for being very different. What this director did in the past was a movie called The Lobster that I mentioned.
Yeah, which is also kind of fucked up as far as I remember.
Weird. Me and Aoife...
You didn't enjoy that film as far as I remember.
I think I enjoy it now.
Okay.
The further I get away from it, the more I think I enjoy it. And Aoife said that to me as well. She said the more distance, the more she actually loved that film.
Okay.
I saw that trailer ages ago and I was like, this is going to be my new favourite film, I can tell. I got that feeling in my gut. The Lobster's going to be it's going to be up there. It's going to be one of those films.
That's your problem, I think, was going into it with that preconception.
Maybe, but I felt that with watching the trailer for Mr. Nobody. I knew it was going to be one of my favourites.
Okay, well,
and then I watched it and I was like, this is everything
Mr. Nobody is fucking very good, though.
Thank you.
It is a very good film.
It's weird that I think I own it.
Yeah.
People feel like that when they
I've
love
never
something.
heard anyone else talk about that film other than you. Ever in my life. Not even anybody.
I struggled for like 2 years to find that film anywhere. Online, in person. And remember I told you I went into HMV at the time. I asked them, do they have this film? They're like, never heard of it. On my way out, I found one copy just staring at me on the shelf. And then I lost that copy and I went back to HMV like 2 years later. Again, the same thing. And I found one copy. So I have 2 copies of Mr. Nobody in there.
I have one of your copies of it.
Do you?
Yeah, you lent it to me ages ago and I haven't given it back to you.
I'll give it back in case I lose one. I don't know why I'd lose it. But anyway, The Lobster is a very interesting thing as well. Colin Farrell again. Also backed by Film 4 or Channel 4, which I don't understand.
Film 4 generally put their names to good films. Film 4 usually...
But it's an Irish thing.
I know. Yeah.
Why are they backing...
Because they're just a good production house by the looks of things.
I know, but
Dead Man's Shoes.
But both of these films are kind of American films that star Colin Farrell as the only Irish actor, or in this one too.
Well, Barry Keoghan's Irish.
He's
not an Irish character.
In this one, 2 Irish actors. But like, and the director's like from fucking Norway or something. I don't know where he's from. Doesn't really make sense. But Lobster is about a world where you have to be in a couple. Looks like our world. It seems normal enough. The same like this. This seems like a normal world, but something's off.
You have to pick someone to be with or something.
You have to be with someone, and when people aren't with someone, they get sent to this special
place,
facility, this special
place.
Yeah, like a place of leisure, like a hotel, garden, swimming pool, and you have to find your mate within a certain amount of days. And before you go in, you have to sign a contract and decide what animal you're going to be if you don't find your mate. And Colin Farrell chooses to be a lobster, and then he meets Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, Weisz. She's very nice.
Interesting. What's better out of the 2?
The Lobster's. Some people said The Lobster was way more weird. I know this is darker. This is darker than The Lobster, and I will say this: people laughed way more than I was expecting, and me also. But out of almost like shock or confusion, like people are kind of awkwardly laughing at bits. I don't know, man.
It's
an interesting film.
Did I tell you this when I was watching Expose like weeks ago?
You never told me.
Before, at the premiere, the week of the premiere of The Sacred of a Killing Day or whatever.
Oh.
I fucking, man, don't get me started on Expose, fucking whatever.
You love it. It's your favourite thing.
But anyway, they were like, oh, we've got Colin Farrell on the red carpet. Let's go. And like, they're talking to him, and I think Nicole Kidman, they're like, this is a dark film. Like, they're being so blunt. There's like, this is a pretty dark film. It's pretty odd. I don't know if many people are going to like it, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, guys. They had a whole piece on it, like a whole piece. Let's go. This fucking bullshit.
I love it. You should do that more often.
Anyway, I say I never saw a trailer, but they played a trailer. They didn't give it was more of a teaser trailer because it was just fitting in at the end of this segment of all these interviews and Barry Keoghan's the fucking Irish actor, fucking all this bollocks. And the fucking trailer was so dark, like it was just so weird. There was this really daunting score going on throughout it.
Yeah, it starts off and the girl's just like leaning against a tree and she's singing that Ellie Goulding song. I'm gonna let it burn, burn, burn.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, and it yeah.
It's such a good trailer. Yeah. That is dark.
It's so odd. It was jarring to see at even that time of day. So the trailer finished and it cut back and you're one of the studios like for a full, I'd say 2 seconds before she starts talking, like so awkward. Like
it's just like a puddle around her of
how do you piss
and sweat and blood.
I'd say their producers were just like, oh my god, I can't believe we're screening this at this time. But
it didn't actually show anything though, did it? It was just
it was
the way it was edited.
Dark trailer, yeah.
That's what I mean. They're not actually showing anything. That's the amazing power of like tension or thriller or horror. Do not show the things. Just let the person create it.
Go Hitchcock style,
Yeah, create the heart. Like let them create the heart.
Nice, great.
So what film did you see?
I've seen one film, and I'm going to see Justice League tonight. I'll say no more on that. I will. You're probably
not going to talk about the film you've seen.
Oh, we will.
Oh, okay.
On Justice League, I'm going to go and see Justice League tonight.
Well, you can't talk about it. You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I'm very excited.
Great.
I will wait. I will say nothing. I'll probably end up saying I loved it, even if it was a terrible film.
Do you know?
But I didn't with
Anthony.
Suicide Squad. Anthony Monteith.
No, Anthony. No,
that's me.
Oh shit.
What? Who? Go on.
Whelan. Anthony Whelan, the guy who owns The Office with Martin. That when we did his podcast, we were over on his table, and you were like, he has a good name, Shadowhawk Productions.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
appreciated his like label. He's huge into Batman. Did you see all his Batman stuff that day? Paraphernalia.
I don't really have much Batman stuff there.
Is that the word paraphernalia?
Memorabilia.
Memorabilia. What's paraphernalia? Is that like a dick and shit?
Paraphernalia is more like something you would use. Memorabilia is more like something you would look at.
Okay.
You know, that's, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's the way I have it in my head. Paraphernalia would be something you use. Memorabilia is like that.
Oh yeah.
That has.
So what did you see?
It's a film, funnily enough, and I was trying to make it relevant earlier on with the Jew comment. Tried to kind of usher that in for a nice bring back, but
that was your point, and I jumped on your comment.
It's a film called The Night Before. Really good film. Okay. Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie.
Emma Watson?
No.
Okay, it's not that film.
Although is this
the Armageddon film?
No. No, that's
The Last Day or something like that.
Moving
a lot because I need
the World's End or something. So like The World's End.
Yeah.
This is about these three friends.
Okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, and Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie's Papa Doc in 8 Mile, or he's in The Hurt Locker. You'd remember him.
Oh, I can't. I actually can't. I need to go, man. I need to go.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's about three friends. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's an orphan, and his parents are killed on Christmas Eve when he's a young kid. A teenager, I think. So he has no parents for Christmas, and his friends, Seth Rogen and Anthony Mackie, as a result, make a tradition each year at Christmas where they'll go out. Not obviously, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's family dead. He was an only child, so he becomes an orphan. They go out, they celebrate Christmas. Christmas Eve, they go out and have a party, and they'll spend Christmas together, and they've made this big ritual of it. But Seth Rogen has settled down, and he's got a family with kid or a pregnant wife. Anthony Mackie's become like an NFL star. Not necessarily NFL, but the American Football League. So it's kind of getting harder to do this tradition that they've done for like 12, 13 years, whatever it is. And this film is based around what's supposed to be like the last night that they'll do it, because they just can't get the time off or their families or whatever anymore. So they go out on this wild night throughout the town. Think Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, but more
I've actually heard of this.
It's fucking way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Way better than I thought it was going to be.
I don't think this film exploded out. I was listening to it while I was playing. I don't think this film exploded out like in the like posters and mainstream. Like I don't remember it coming.
I remember it being in cinemas, but it wasn't one that I would have got. And I enjoy Seth Rogen films. I just really think his humour is good. I think it's funny and effective.
Did you watch Sausage Party?
I haven't seen it yet.
I need to see that.
I think it's on.
Come on, Netflix.
Too. I think it's on it. I'm not 100%, but I think it might be.
I don't think it is. I'll fight you for your comment.
Anyway, this film set. Like I like films that are set over the course of a night. It's like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, where it's these instances throughout the night, like these collection of things, and it's this one journey throughout the night.
Is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist starring Raising Dad's big boobed brunette?
Oh, what's her name? Kat Dennings. Kat Dennings, Michael Cera, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I still haven't seen it. Well, actually, I have. Yeah, oh my god.
This film's...
I have seen the Infinite Playlist, because I remember one scene in particular. It's like near the
Electric Ladyland, the studio.
Maybe. yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They go to the studio Jimi Hendrix recorded in.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Oh my god, I watched that on a plane, actually. I remember thinking, oh, Jesus. I was watching my screen. That is a very good film.
It's similar in that aspect where it's set over the course of a night, yeah. And it's all about these experiences that they go through over the course of this night. But it's fucking way funnier than Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Not to say I didn't enjoy it, but it's far funnier. And it's got some great side, like James Franco's in it. I'm not going to say too much more, but James Franco's in it as a like this really good side character.
He's so good.
It's really good. It's very enjoyable. It's one of these just sit down and laugh. It's just called The Night Before.
Netflix?
It's currently on Netflix. Yeah, just an enjoyable, like, it's one, and I don't do this often, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this. When I'm watching a film or something on my own, the funny bits I don't laugh out loud for. Do you know?
Unless it's really good.
And I did with The Night Before.
Oh.
I did with The Night Before.
No, but I'm the same.
Yeah,
We've talked about this.
It's just a...
Did you cut your hair?
No. That's what I'm saying. No, when I wash it, it just kind of goes... But it'll start to kind of poof out now as it dries.
I mean, you're allowed to cut your hair. I feel like the last 2 times I've asked you, I've been a bit, like, threatening about it.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll cut it soon. Well,
Are
I'm
you?
not. Like, I plan on cutting it for Super Bowl. That's what I did it last year. I grew it through the winter. And
Super Bowl is...
the 4th of February this year.
Nice. This year?
This season. This season. Yeah. This year, like, it's this NFL season. It's the 2017-18 season. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking
Super Bowl is in February. Interesting.
It's February 18, and it's the end of this 2017 season. Yeah. Steelers won last night, 40-17.
Oh,
good
nice.
win, happy.
They've been doing great, good, man.
Steelers are good, yeah. They're be up there for they're top seed in the AFC.
Top seed.
They're like the
Good
best ranked team in the AFC. Yeah, great apples. Best apples you could imagine.
How about these apples?
How about these nuts?
I really want to just like fall over. And I wanted that happen. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of the end of that.
I think that's...
We don't need to talk about more NFL. I'll let you know how Justice League goes. We'll have a Monday's episode, I think, will we?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll find out on Monday how good Justice League is or isn't.
Ooh. Is it out? Is tonight the first night? No.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us on Facebook. Thanks for listening to us on SoundCloud and iTunes. Thanks for watching us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us your attention and enjoying our serious conversations and our funny...
Yeah.
You can find us
all of
on
that shit.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We didn't use our mugs today.
Oh,
fuck. Will you remember to take yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Actually, I might whip it out just once on the camera. Just because if we ever look back at these videos, it's nice to know this is kind of where it started almost. You can take this one home with you. This is your one.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's coffee in the bottle.
There's coffee. The Alpha Project Podcast. I love it so much. Cool.
Yeah,
alright, well,
it's just coffee powder from... Yeah, okay. Because I need to go.
Yeah.
Now as well.
Alright, yeah.
Adios, amigos.
Beautiful.
And also, adios to you on Facebook.